pessoal, aqui quem fala é o Bielz, trazendo mais um vídeo pra vocês, e dessa vez continuar naquela que a gente parou. E eu descobri o que eu tava fazendo errado. Eu estava tentando mexer no mesmo local contra as peças em uma e outra, mas eu tenho que mexer, colocar elas para cima, dessa forma assim. Então, vamos continuar. Creio que assim deve ser esse código aqui, então vamos testar. Trem complicado.
There we are. It is simplicity itself. This key must be important to be hidden here. A hammer covered in blood.
Holmes, there is someone in that hut.
I saw, Watson. Come, and keep your revolver at the ready, just in case.
These candlesticks are undoubtedly... These...
Open up. We're not the police. Do not be alarmed.
That's a strange way of reassuring someone. Holmes, they are children. My God, one of them is hurt.
What do you want? Don't come any closer. Are you the police?
Don't be afraid, I am a doctor. I'm going to look at your friend's wound.
Wait, Watson. I've got some questions to ask these children.
This is urgent, Holmes. In this filthy place, the risk of infection is very high, and the wound could get worse with every second lost.
The immediate danger for these children is not so much the wound as Mr. Fletcher.
Who?
Look at the wound, Watson. It's thin and precise. It was made by a sharp, well-kept blade. Any other blade, less well-kept, would have torn the tissue around it, and its size would be irregular.
So what does that imply?
In this area, who would take such great care with a blade? A butcher, of course. And the only butcher in the area is Samuel Fletcher, who at this moment is replacing a window that has been forced open. He's a man to hold grudges, as anyone around here will tell you.
The children are in danger.
A man as skillful with a knife as a butcher, and with a bad reputation to match, could easily strike a fatal blow by cutting the child's jugular. If he hasn't done it, it's surely because these little thieves broke into his shop at night to steal a piece of meat. The poor lighting in this area saved them. I can assure you that Mr. Fletcher has spent the day trying to trace these children, and if he finds them, wounds will be the least of their problems.
That's true. What do you want? Don't let the butcher find us.
Dr. Watson will see to your wound, but the treatment won't be free. I don't need to remind you that life is hard, you know that already. Give me the address of a certain Kurtz, and the doctor will dress your wound. No address, no treatment.
I can't tell you, mister. Kurtz is a dangerous madman.
Holmes, you go too far. You have frightened the poor child.
I could give Mr. Fletcher a compensation for the damage to his property, and he would certainly give up trying to find you then. But for that, you'll have to cooperate.
Or else?
Or else he'll likely find a less agreeable way of repairing the damage.
Wait, mister. I know everyone here. I'll help you. Only protect us from the butcher.
I am looking for Kurtz. Tell me where I can find him, and I'll smooth things over with Mr. Fletcher.
Everyone here knows Kurtz. He's the worst person in the area. We call him the Colonel because he fought against the Zulus in Africa. He got chucked out the army because he's completely crackers. He lives at number 8 Batty Street.
Good. Watson, see to the wound. Then we will settle the problem between these young men and Mr. Fletcher.
We must protect these children from that butcher, Holmes.
It won't be necessary. I've had dealings with Samuel Fletcher before now. He's not the monster I've made him out to be. If he had wanted to kill them, he would have done so, even in dim light, by wounding the little thief, him never to set foot in his shop again. Forget Mr. Fletcher, Watson.
You mean you lied to frighten those poor children?
Exactly. Clever, wasn't it?
I was scared that you don't.
Well, mister, that's a mighty fine outfit you're wearing there. You stand out like a sore thumb, and that's no lie. Watch that you don't get it all dirtied up, but you'd be welcome to come back to my place. It's not far, and I'd sponge it down for you.
Don't go back to Jenny's place. You'll get malaria.
Thank you, madam. I'm certain that you would make a very good job of it. That will not be necessary, however. But your thought was a kind one.
We'd best be leaving now, sir.
Here, please accept this sovereign as a token of my gratitude for your concern.
Well, I never. Thank you. That's right generous of you, my, lordship.
You are very welcome, madam.
Madam, he calls me. Bless my garters. What a gent.
If you're ready now, sir.
Yes, let us go.
What a remark on the Prince Woodville, to talk to such a woman as though she was an equal.
Let's find Batty Street. Closed. Closed.
My God, Holmes, it's appalling. And the smell. But what can have happened here?
Stay calm, Watson. Take note of every detail and be careful not to move anything.
Very well, Holmes. What a horrible wound.
Size 9. Hobnail boots like those worn by labourers. Size 9. Hobnail boot.
What a horrible wound.
The skin was deeply torn.
This part is in shreds. The skin tissue has decomposed, yet the death is recent.
Let us look at our deduction board, Watson. This bandage is a day or two old, no more.
What terrible wounds! The dogs must have been rabid.
Caraca, o que passou aqui? Nossa senhora. O negócio foi feio, cara.
It is a dog bite. I can see the tooth marks.
O cachorro tava bravo. Vacinou. Não vacinou contra a raiva.
This part is in shreds. The skin tissue has decomposed, yet the death is recent.
Only a dog could inflict so deep a wound, but it appears that the wound was gnawed at afterwards. This bandage is... Please take note, Watson.
The same finger that we found at the Bishop of Knightsbridge's house. Holmes!
Pera aí. Já que ele perdeu o dedo e achou o mesmo, então eu acho que esse é o assassino. Porque os cachorros não comeram. Agora a gente deduz.
What a horror! This part is in shreds. The skin tissue has decomposed, yet the death is recent.
The skin was deeply torn.
Mesmo estilo do outro cachorro. Tadinhos.
The dog's bowl is empty.
Grapes! What are they doing there?
This is yesterday's newspaper. Someone wrapped some meat up in this newspaper. The blood is still fresh. Someone brought food for the dogs, probably just before the fight broke out.
And just after they had been fed, they attacked a man to eat him. Incredible.
Pois bem, eu acho que deram algum tipo de comida para ele. Envenenou ou foram treinados para matar o homem. Por causa do veneno aqui de antigamente, tá vendo? Que a gente deduziu antes que os assassinos tinham o veneno para deixar louco. Ou seja, esse veneno foi usado contra os cachorros.
An old photo. It's written to our comrade Jeremy Kurtz from Commando J. Malan, Bloemfontein, 1883.
Kurtz served as a Boer commando. He fought against his country.
A military badge of the 58th Infantry Regiment of Her Majesty and a letter stipulating Kurtz's exclusion from the unit. He served in 1881.
At that time, the regiment served in South Africa. Kurtz was in the Boer War.
What?
A newspaper covering the war in South Africa. Kurtz must have been following interest.
The Boer War is abominable, and it still rages.
Que bom, mas...
A torn piece of a letter.
Vamos dizer que chefes não...
It seems to be a letter of dismissal. Apparently our friend Kurtz served in both camps in South Africa and was never a colonel, but that doesn't surprise me.
A traitor, deserter, and a false colonel. What a charming gentleman.
Eita, o cara era um bosta. Vamos ver nosso quadro. Bem. Eu acho que é tipo isso. Mas como aqui, ó? Tem que dar no cachorro.
I am missing some information.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Vai, anda.
The material on this tray is rather odd.
Os caras ficam de costas.
A small burner. Small burnt balls.
A pipe with a strange smell.
There can be no doubt. Judging by the material on the tray and the pipe, the man smoked opium.
Opium. I doubt if this man could have made his drug here. He would have needed a real laboratory.
Let us look at our deduction board, Watson.
Sorry. Não, isso não é um sucessor.
My deduction chart is incomplete, Holmes. We are missing an important detail.
Let's return to the clinic and ask if our friend might lend us his morgue for 2 hours.
What are you going to do?
I'm torn between a nap and a picnic.
Oh, I've had enough, Holmes.
The next step of our investigation, Watson, leads us inevitably to a post-mortem. As you're well aware, in the instance where a body's vital organs no longer function, every minute is vital. Be quick now and procure the room while I arrange the transport.
Very well. I will see you later.
Cara, que viagem, velho. Que viagem. Mas vamos lá que o trem tá interessante. Vamos terminar esse jogo aí.
Ah, Grant, you are still here. I need to ask a favor from you.
What sort of favor, my dear friend?
Might I use your morgue for a couple of hours? It concerns an affair of the greatest
Use the morgue? Whatever for? Letting you poke your nose in everywhere is one thing, but closing my eyes to I don't know what unsavory practices.
No, it's nothing like that.
No, it isn't possible, sorry.
Grant, listen to me.
Don't insist. Where do you think you are? Perhaps because you come from the rich area, you think you are entitled to do whatever you like. But here in Whitechapel, it's the real world, you understand? The real world, where we have to take risks. Do you even know what that means? And this shabby health centre where I've been stagnating for years, it's a public establishment under my authority, for whatever that's worth. I am responsible for it. Responsible, do you understand?
Of course I understand, Grant.
Good.
I understand, first and foremost, that you are a coward.
What?
A coward, I said, sitting on your backside behind a desk for years, complaining about your fate without even trying to change a single thing about it.
I won't allow you.
And you dare to talk to me about risks? I, who was wounded in Afghanistan while in Her Majesty's service, and who for a great many years has taken part in some of the most dangerous criminal investigations the country has ever known.
But
as for being responsible, as you call it, it begins with doing your job properly, particularly when one is a doctor and caring for the poorest people within our society. The real life? Ha ha! Don't make me laugh. I am a doctor too, Grant, don't forget. And I'm ashamed of my profession when I see the state of this centre.
It's not my...
So, your disgusting morgue, you are going to allow me to use it, dear friend, because I urgently need it for a vitally important affair that is way over your head, and whether it pleases you or not. Understood?
If you want to be like that about it, do whatever you like. I wash my hands of the entire thing.
That doesn't surprise me.
Toma na boca.
This is a dismal place. Have you ever carried out a post-mortem, Holmes? It requires a great deal of precision.
Precisão é comigo.
Don't worry, I learn quickly. Hand me a bone saw.
Go carefully, Holmes, even so.
I must clean the body first.
Já comecei bem.
Places to cut. My notches are ready. I can't do that. I can't do that. No. No. This liquid found in the lungs should be able to tell us something. I can't. I can't. A ball of paper swallowed recently.
What the fuck?
What should we do?
I must analyze the contents of my pipette. Chemistry material.
And smells as bad as the one in our sitting room at Baker Street.
Chemistry.
And smells...
This liquid found in the lungs should be able to tell us something. I haven't finished.
Uma bosta. Dois. Não é isso não? Dois. Burro mesmo.
Poison, and apparently very virulent.
Vamos ver. What the fuck?
That was a most instructive post-mortem. This man was murdered by his accomplices because of his missing finger.
I see. He was overly conspicuous, walking around with a bandaged hand, as the police would have been looking for a man with a missing finger. But how did they manage to disguise the murder by making it look like a dog attack?
The post-mortem revealed the presence of poison in his system. Everything points to it being a less potent form of the poison we found in the bishop's rooms. This man died as much from the poison as from fighting against those animals. I believe this new version of the substance provokes such a rage that the victim attacks anything in his path, and in this instance it was dogs. We're dealing with sorcerers' apprentices whose creations are ever-evolving. They are attempting to obtain a particular effect, and they try out their formulae on human guinea pigs.
You're saying that his accomplices forced him to drink it?
No, he took it himself, voluntarily. The poison wasn't to be found in his blood, but in his lungs. I also discovered numerous traces of opium.
I'm beginning to see. They mixed this horrible poison with his opium, knowing that he would soon smoke it to ease the pain caused by his wound.
Exactly. And such a profound knowledge of both chemistry and toxicology is uncommon. Very well. We know the reason and the manner, not any further ahead. How will we find the two other men who murdered the bishop? By going to 13 Burner Street. It is in this area.
But where did you get that address, Holmes?
From his stomach.
I see. He wanted to get rid of the address.
No, he wanted revenge.
I don't follow you.
When the man with the missing finger began to feel the effects of the poison, he knew that he was going to die, and he knew that there would be a post-mortem. Shall we go?
Ô louco, velho. Ô louco. O trem ficou da hora. O trem ficou interessante. Desculpa pelos gritos de criança. Você sabe, né? Condomínio, pátio. Todo apartamento é fogo.
Nothing of interest here.
Beleza.
My husband can't pay them.
Ah, tríade.
There's our opium den, Watson. Let's go.
Good day, gentlemen. Welcome. What can I do for you?
One of your regular clients looked within himself to give us your address. He was very helpful.
Oh, I understand. Our clients quickly become regulars. Your friend isn't with you?
Sadly, no. He is tied up with his dogs.
Come in and make yourselves at home.
Galera, vamos ficar por aqui. Deixar vocês um pouco curiosos e eu também. Mas para não ficar muito longo e enjoativo, vou encerrar por aqui. Desculpa pela gritaria. E falando rápido, e espero que vocês tenham gostado. Curta o canal, curta o vídeo, se inscrevam e vamos até a próxima. Falou!